We are now living in a world where toddlers can now be considered as being transphobic. And yes, this is beyond disgusting indeed. Hey up everyone and welcome to Political Nerds. I'm Steph the Alter Nerd, your nerdy political guide from Washington DC to Westminster and beyond. In today's video, I'm going to discuss how we are now living in a world where toddlers get expelled from nursery here in the UK for being transphobic. I don't even think they could actually say the word, let alone know its meaning. Now, you do not adjust your phone screen, TV, or monitor. This is not a wind-up. This is sadly true. Now, do your own research, come to your own conclusions. And as a disclaimer, I am not inciting hatred to anyone or particular group, religion, etc. So, let's jump into it with the madness. With this. I'm lost for words. Like, how am I living in a world right now where I'm seeing this headline in the media? This is insanity. Here's the Daily Mail saying toddler is kicked out of nursery for being transphobic as families, quite rightly so, is blasting the school's insanity. Like I said earlier on, toddler, I don't think could even say the word transphobic, let alone know what its actual meaning is. How does a nursery even get to the point where they turn around to a toddler and they work out, consider this toddler to be transphobic to expel them? Like, what the frick? What the frick? Now, I'm going to show you two reactions to this. The first one is from J.K. Rowling, and she's saying this is totalitarian insanity. Yeah, you can say that 1,000 times, absolutely. If you think small children should be punished for being able to recognise sex, you are a dangerous zealot who should be nowhere near kids or in any position of authority over them. Yes, 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 and yes, abso-freaking-lutely. Now, be who you want to be. Identify how you want to identify as. But no one, and I mean no one, can deny the biological scientific fact of biological females and biological males. You just can't. You really, really can't. That is scientific fact. And trying to argue against that, to me, is just a sign of insanity at the end of the day. Again, be who you want to be. Live how you want to live. Identify how you want to identify as. But don't turn round and say the biological sex doesn't mean a thing anymore. The biological sex isn't fact. No, it is. You have biological females and biological males. We do exist. It is scientific fact. And this story absolutely is totalitarian insanity. Now, we've also got two tweets from Rupert Lowe that I'm going to go through with you guys here. Any teacher responsible for suspending a young child over transphobia should be sacked. Yes, I agree. Sack the freaking lot of them. Whoever's been involved in this beyond disgusting situation, they need to be sacked. Keep this woke poison out of schools and away from impressionable young children. It is all deeply sinister. Now, let me be real on this, okay? I do believe that as children grow up, they should receive age-appropriate education as to different identities. Because there are different identities in the world. Just like we turn around and we say, biological sex is fact, we are here, it's scientific fact. You cannot argue against that, right? There are people in the world that identify as other, right? Whether that be non-binary or male to female, female to male, and the rest, right? And so growing up, okay, age-appropriate education, right, on gender studies, essentially. I'm okay with that because that's the way of the world. And as our children grow up, they should know about that as well. The door shouldn't be shut there. But again, age-appropriate education, right? Let me be very real on that. Some of you guys may agree with me. Some of you guys may disagree with me. That's absolutely fine, okay? I think one thing, though, that we can all agree on is this toddler being expelled for being freaking transphobic is insanity. Insanity. And anyone involved in that should definitely be sacked. Now, here's another tweet from Rupert Law. Toddler being kicked out of nursery for being transphobic is a new law. If a man believes himself to be a woman, it does not make it so. We should not change the way our society operates to accommodate a minuscule minority. Safety over inclusivity, reality over ideology. And again, I agree with that, right? A man can say, right, I'm going to identify as a woman. But that trans woman can't then turn around and say they are fully 100% biologically woman, because they can't. They'll never have periods. They'll never be able to give birth. There will be some biological women things, let's say, that they will never be able to experience or to do. Therefore, they will never be 100% female. The best, as far as I can say, that I would call them is a trans female or trans man. Right? It's as simple as that. And again, all this woke ideology, woke poison definitely needs to go out a little bit. Definitely needs to, some of it definitely needs to be removed from our schools. I definitely agree with that. However, I do believe that, again, age-appropriate education, as our children grow up, yes, they learn about biological fact of male and female, but there's also an element, let's say, of gender studies where they're also introduced to, there are people in the world that are born male, but, transition to females and vice versa, how they identify as and all that. The basics of it, right? So that our children, as they grow into adults, are aware that there are people in the world that identify as different things. And so then there's an element of, inclusivity and acceptance of everyone, right? Because as I've always said, be who you want to be, identify as how you want to identify as. But if a male transitions into a female, don't you dare turn around at me and say you're fully 100% female when you're really not at the end of the day. I'm just not going to have that at all. But enough about what I think. What do you guys think? With that being said, if you appreciated this video and you want more, and believe me, of course, there's going to be more, you do not want to miss my next video, then make sure you subscribe to join our Alter Nerd tribe here at Political Nerds. Like, share, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theories, whatever's. What are your thoughts to this? What do you think? Can toddlers actually now be considered as transphobic? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. I appreciate all your faces. And until the next time, you guys, laters.